What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Independent Experience. I'm Indy XP, and this is your morning market wake-up call for Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. We had some great milestones reached in the markets since our last video. Let's go ahead and jump on in, see where we're going to be starting today off at. Gold is up above that point of resistance. It is currently at 1807 even. Silver has made a nice jump as well, currently at 1859, giving us a ratio of 97.18. Platinum had a decent jump as well, currently at 849.54, and palladium back over $2,000, currently at 2012.61. In other metals markets, we saw a $300 jump in rhodium, currently at $8,500. We've seen a really nice jump in copper. It's the highest it's been since January, currently at $2.79 a pound. Aluminum is steady at 72 cents, and uranium also steady at $32.60. Barrels of crude oil prices have been pretty stagnant the last couple days, currently at $40.64. The Dow Jones Wall Street, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500 on Wall Street also losses yesterday, but that is after we saw a record high on the NASDAQ on Monday. The Dow closed down 396 points yesterday at 25,890.18. The NASDAQ was down 89 points at 10,343.89, and the S&P 500 was down 34 points, closing out the day at 31,45.32. If you guys trade in Bitcoin, you're having a good morning. We are up currently at 9,300.84. And if you guys like the Utah Goldback as we do, those are up 2 cents at 308. In today's article, we are reviewing an article from Kitco. This comes to us from Niels Christensen. This one is titled, pretty much says it all, The World Threw Away $57 billion in gold, silver, copper found in e-waste. Consumers around the world threw away $57 billion last year, according to a report from the United Nations Global E-Waste Monitor 2020. According to the latest report published Monday, e-waste, anything that can be plugged in or uses a battery, hit a record 53.6 million tons in 2019, increasing 21% from the previous year. Out of all the electronic items thrown away, only 17.4%, valued at $10 billion, was recycled last year, the report said. Quote, "This means that gold, silver, copper, platinum, and other high-value recoverable materials, conservatively valued at $57 billion, a sum greater than the gross domestic product of most countries, were mostly dumped or burned rather than being collected for treatment or reuse," the report said. Asia generated the highest volume of e-waste last year, totaling some 24.9 million tons. Meanwhile, followed by the Americas, produced 13 million tons of e-waste, and Europe created 12 million tons. Africa and Oceania created 2.9 million tons and 0.7 tons, respectively. The United Nations projects that e-wastes could rise to 74 million tons by 2030. Quote, "It is essential to substantially increase the officially documented 17.4% global e-waste collection and recycling rate, especially in view of the rapid growth of this waste stream," the report said. This is something we've talked about some in the past. We haven't talked about it lately, but I think it is important to note that somewhere in the future, there's going to be enough garbage in our dumps that it will become financially viable for us to go out and mine dumps. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know where the tipping point is, but at some point, it is going to be huge. We have a dump down the road here. It's the largest dump in central Indiana. The Twin Bridges facility has been open for like 50 years. It's been open as long as I can remember. So I think it'd be interesting to see what happens. There's plans to turn it actually into a ski resort once it closes. That dump was actually scheduled to close like 15 years ago, and they just keep stacking it higher and higher and higher, and you can see it from miles away. It's impressive. It kind of smells, but just to think about all of the gold and silver that is thrown away in there. At what point does it become financially viable for us to want to go back in and actually tear down the dump? So let me know what you guys think. I'd be anxious to see what you have to say. One thing I will point out, I think we talked about this sometime back when we were talking about the same topic. iPhones. There are gold and silver and copper in these, obviously. 753 iPhones is the statistic that I found. I think it's from 2017, so it's a little older iPhones. 753 iPhones contain 1 ounce of gold. And then I believe it's 3.5 pounds of silver in the same amount of iPhones. So there's a lot of these that get thrown away every year. Not just iPhones, all sorts of cell phones, laptops, TVs, things that contain those precious metals, like the article said. So let me know what you guys think. I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say on the topic. As you can see, got a fresh cut. A lot of silver coming in on the side there. That is really going to be glistening tomorrow when I'm lounging at the beach. That's right, guys. Tomorrow morning's video is going to be coming from Indianapolis International Airport, and then Friday's video is going to be coming from sunny Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So I'll be still putting the videos out for you guys, so hopefully you can tune in. Guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you. If you happen to appreciate Old Indy XP, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me right there. It helps me out immensely. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on all the latest and greatest content, go ahead and consider smashing that subscribe and jingle jangle bell right there in the corner, bing bong, so you can be notified of when new content is coming out. If you want to catch up on the latest and greatest right here, you know where it's going to be. Go ahead and click that. That is going to be the latest video. I think that was, if you're watching it today, that's going to be Monday's video. But I think it just randomly pops up whatever video it wants to after today. But go ahead and hit that. Guys, I've been Indy XP from the Independent Experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.